Welcome to Winging It. Today we're playing Pandemic Arkham Horror the Card Game Edition. Not really. This is actually In the Clutches of Chaos, the 7th scenario of Arkham Horror the Card Game, but it does have some pandemic leanings. As I hope you know, I wouldn't want to spoil this for anybody who hasn't seen this scenario yet. We are continuing our campaign through the Circle Undone with Taboo, Preston, and Diana. If you look in the links below, you will see my deck upgrades and what my thinking was for the changes I made. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and drop cards and get started. Here is Preston. He's got Well-Connected, Lola Santiago, Dig Deep in the Ornate Bow. So I'm actually feeling pretty happy about, obviously we'll replace Lodge Debts. I'm actually super happy with all of these cards. The bow, having a way to fight right off the bat, I feel like is going to be strong. So I'm just going to keep this hand. Diana has her Dark Insight, and to go along with that, we have 45. Get rid of the Acolyte. Emergency Cash is nice. Beat Cop. Oh man, if only we had an Ever Vigilant. Ward of Protection, always good. So we're just going to replace one of the 45s with another Beat Cop. Okay. Well. So if you're aware of the mechanics, what we need to do is we're going to place some breaches. And once the breaches get to 4 breaches on a location, then you have what's called an incursion. You put a doom on the location, they spread out, they create more breaches. It's bad news all around. So we have to pick locations. I'm going to be rolling D10. I'm going to be ignoring the 0 and the 9. So locations will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first thing we do is we choose 2 locations to put breaches at. So first location is 8, which is the Silver Twilight Lodge. And we do it again. This cannot be 8 because we're choosing 2 locations. Okay, so 2. Now because there are 2 investigators, we have to do this process again. 2 more, but these could be the same ones. So, okay, we get a 5. Which is where they are at. Breach. And we get 8. Alright, so we have 2. Oh, actually, 8 is down here. Alright, so we're going to have to go and deal with the South Church right away. Let's take a look at the agenda. So the agenda is just forced when doom would be placed on this agenda. Instead, place 1 breach. A number of different random locations equal to 1 or more than the number of investigators. So we will be rolling 3 random locations for breaches. And when it would be placed in a location with 3 or more breaches, or 3 breaches, instead resolve an incursion. So that's where you place a doom, and then all surrounding locations get a breach. And that's a 7 doom threshold. Okay, this is, you have the ability to remove 3 breaches from this act, place 1 clue on a random location. So the main thing we're doing right now is just focus on breaches, not clues, which is why I wasn't too worried about Preston getting cluing cards. More worried about him getting combat cards. And then objective, when the investigators have collected the requisite clues, they must immediately spend them in advance. So, and we're looking for 6 clues. So looking at their starting location. Is going to be south side. Okay, choosing to discard any number of cards from your hand as a free action. For each card discarded this way, remove 1 breach from south side to the current act. So as of right now, I don't think they have cards they really want to get rid of, but it's easier later in the scenario to do that. So I think I'm going to take a setup turn, and then I'll probably move down and find out what I need to do at South Church. So, I think Diana will play Emergency Cash and the Beat Cop and then move down. Maybe we'll move down and then decide what we're going to do. Let's see, what does Preston have in his hand? We don't really care about playing the Ornate Bow yet, do we? No. We want to play Well Connected and Dig Deep. Or, yeah, Well Connected, Dig Deep, and then draw a card. I think so. So we'll do it in a different order. So I'm going to Preston go first. He's got his 4 resources. On Family Inheritance, he's going to draw a card. He gets a Well Connected. Right, we can easily toss that Well Connected to get rid of this Breach. That's a free trigger. Then we'll spend 4 resources to play Well Connected and Dig Deep. So now we have ways to boost, be willpower or whatnot. Alright, and then I'm almost wondering if I should play Lone Wolf instead of Well Connected. Nah. Alright, and then I think Diana will. I think she's going to just go ahead and spend her emergency cash. She'll get 3 resources. And she'll spend 4 of those to play Beat Cop. Let's see, this is our hand, actually. And then she's going to move down into South Church to see what this is all about. Alright. Draw the top card of the encounter deck, then move all breaches from South Church to the current act. Alright. So we're not too worried about that. So we emergency cash, Beat Cop, and then yeah, we can easily do that. She has ways to cancel what comes off the encounter deck if it's not good. So, all right. So that's their turn. We're gonna do upkeep. Preston will get Lodge Debts. You know, I may not even worry too much about paying that off. Him getting another horror is not a big deal. So, or another trauma is not a big deal. It would just make Thermos work better. Okay, and Diana gets prepared for the worst, which she can use for her blade, which would be nice. Alright, she's at 5 resources. Now, we resolve 3. We're going to put 3 breaches on 3 locations. So we're going to go at 6, which is French Hill. Actually, I'm going to put these below right now, and then just so I can remark which ones I've already done in this. And then 1. And then I move them up at the end of this phase. It can help keep track of things. That's what we hit upon when we played this. The one time I played this before. Okay, and then 2. Put this here, and then we move all 3 up. So, Rubber Town is going to become an issue. Preston, no enemy. He gets Bedeviled. Let's see, how big of a deal is Bedeviled? It's going to be hard for him to build up not being able to pull things off of Family Inheritance. So I think we are going to Ward of Protection that. So Diana will spend a resource. She'll play Ward of Protection, which cancels it. She'll take a horror, which she will put on Beat Cop. And she will get a card and a resource. So she gets a Shriveling, which is nice, and a resource. Now the question is, do I want to play the Shriveling or the automatic? I don't know. Alright, and then she'll draw Hunting Night Gaunt. Oh my goodness. That is truly, truly not what I wanted to see. Well, Preston will start first. Got 4 resources on Family Inheritance. He will spend all 4 to put the Ornate Bow into play. And he's going to move into South Church and take a shot with the bow. the Hunting Nightgaunt. He's got 2 agility, 4 to beat 3. And we will spin on Dig Deep, 5, 6, 7. So we're up by 4. -1. Hunting Nightgaunt takes 3 damage. I was spending more of Preston's resources than I wanted to do, but it's fine. Okay, so Diana will put a damage on the Beat Cop, trigger him to kill the Hunting Nightgaunt. At least he's dealt with. I tended to prepare for the worst, look for her blade, but maybe not just yet. Let's see. Shriveling gives her +2. She would be at 1, 2, 3, 4. Not fantastic, but it is cheaper. But the automatic synergizes well with the Beat Cop. So yeah, we'll spend 4 to put out this. So we're shooting at 6. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's see, what can she do? She can go ahead, take a resource, and then next action she can clear the church in case we end up putting 1 more on there. I think that makes sense, because I really don't want to draw an encounter at the beginning of the turn. Okay. So, she could draw a card, but it could be the Silver Twilight Acolyte. So, we just need resources, I think. So, she'll just grab a resource. Okay, they each get a card and resource. Rise to the occasion for Preston. Resource. And a physical training. Nice. Now I just need a well prepared to go along with that. For Diana, she's at 3 resources. Alright, let's do the incursions. Or the breaches. We're hoping to get an 8 for South Church. Okay, we got a 4, which is Uptown. 1, okay, Merchant District. And 3, which is Hangman's Hill. Alright, we definitely are going to have to move off this location soon. Preston, Terror Unleashed. If there are no breaches, place 1 breach on your location, you must take. Oh, wow. I think that is a good target for Dark Insight. So we'll spend 2 resources to shuffle that back in. Because that would be 3 horror and damage on Preston, which we don't want. Alright, she gets a card and a resource. Dodge. Could have used that. And a resource. Alright. And then she'll draw a rat. Okay. That's less than amazing, but it is what it is. I think she's going to hang out here and do more. Well, we've got the 45, so we could attack an enemy if an enemy comes out. Okay. We don't really have good ways to boost her willpower. That's the problem. Okay, I think for Diana's first turn action, she's going to put physical training into play. Then I want to draw a card. And I want to draw this encounter card too, but I don't think she's ready to do that. I need a way to be able to boost to beat her racked. And I just need to let Preston go off and do other things. So, she will draw a card. Well prepared, that's what I kind of wanted. So, we'll spend 2 resources to put well prepared into play. And this will allow her to boost her willpower by 2 in conjunction with physical training. So that's nice. Alright, Preston has his 4 resources on family inheritance. So I think he'll take the 4 off. So he's got like a good ability to do well connected. Move up the south side and knock the bow, I think. Or do we play Lone Wolf? Yeah. He'll move out, and then so he can go up to Rivertown or one of those and clear those next turn. And he'll spend 1 to play Lone Wolf. Hopefully he just doesn't draw an enemy, and I'll regret not having put an ammo on the bow. But there we go. Okay, so now Preston will draw a card. He'll get a small favor. Diana will draw another prepared for the worst. She'll need some resources to be able to do anything with that. But at least we'll have 2 shots at trying to get out her Twilight Blade. So that's good. Okay, let's do the incursions. Let's see. That is a 3. So that's on Hangman's Hill. Let's see. We'll keep that below for now. You get a 5. And 1 more. 0 is a reroll. A 1. Okay, so that definitely is something we're going to need to clear. Okay. Encounters. Century of Secrets. No, we don't care about this one. So, he's testing 5 willpower. And he'll have to discard, but he doesn't have any allies to take a damage, so that's fine. 1v5. 0. We're discarding 4 cards, and if a curse is discarded, then he takes the damage. So 1, X, 2, enemy, 3 curse, and 4. Okay, the power. Nice. So he takes a damage, it's fine. Right now he can handle it, and I'm glad I haven't put out Lola yet. And then Diana. Primordial Gateway attached to a random location. Place breaches. Well, we can't cancel it, so we just gotta put it on a random location. Okay, that is 9. It's a reroll. 6. Alright, so this goes here. Yeah, and we got to test for intellect, for willpower to remove that, and we just don't have a way to do that. So I'm just gonna have to basically let that one go. We can't clear that we can't clear any of those breaches until we deal with that. So that is unfortunate. Let's see, can Diana get up there and do it? She might be able to. She would be going at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before is not very good odds. Yeah. We need to get more cancels. Okay, I think Diana will just. Is she gonna draw more cards? Let's have Preston go first. So he gets his 5 resources on here. He's gonna move up. Let's see if he can clear this one. This is his first action. And this is discard the top 5, 10, or 15 cards of your deck. For every 5 cards discarded in this way, move 1 breach from Merchant District to the current act. Drop each weakness discarded in this way. So, yeah, we can just discard 15 cards off his deck. It's not a big deal. Let's get rid of 3 of those. The weaknesses that he would be drawing here, we can just pay off. So it's not a big deal. We might as well go for broke. So I discard the top 15 cards of his deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. No weaknesses, but a lot of allies and good cards. Okay. But we can just assume that we'll be cycling our deck here. That's all that is. Alright, so, and we're going to take 3 of these and make a clue. Put a random clue, so. Okay, so we put in a clue at 5, location 5, which is right in south side. So that's good. Which should be revealed. Okay. So his first action was to move up, second action was to do that. I think third action will be to move to Rivertown and see what it is that we need to do there. Oh wait, we've got these resources, so we'll go ahead and transfer them over. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, now it's Diana's turn. Do we clear these 2 breaches? We just accept that French Hill is going to do what it's going to do. Maybe we draw for more cancel. We'll draw for cancel. Well, if we draw an enemy, we want to be able to have 2 actions to deal with it. No, not really. We've got the dodge. Okay, we're going to draw a card with her first. What would I be looking for? Yeah, any kind of cancel. Okay, so she's going to draw a card. Deny existence, level 5. That is a cancel card. Okay, so now she'll go ahead and pull 1 off the encounter deck, which is place 1 breach in X locations where X is the amount by which you failed. Well, that is not ideal. This could cause stuff to pop that I didn't want to pop, and I can't deny existence this. Okay, so we will tap Well Prepared to get us up to 1. We're at 3 willpower, 4, 5, and then -1 for the racked. So we're 1-0 up, and we'll spend. Why is it worth spending a resource? I don't think it is. Let's go 1 up on this. We're at 4v3. -3, so we've got to resolve 2. Place 1 breach on 2 different locations, so 2 different locations for the breach. That is 7. Silver Twilight Lodge. And 8. Well, that is fortunate, because this trigger says then you remove these bridges. So it's after this result. So all 3 of these go onto the act, which then come off, and we'll place a clue at 6. So put a clue here. Okay. So now I think we want to move on. I wish we could clear racked, but we can't. So we'll move on to here. I should have tried to clear racked first. That would have been better, but whatever. Alright. So she moved up there. So now we go ahead and get our cards. Preston gets a sneak attack, level 2. Nice. Looks good. Diana will get Delay the Inevitable. It's pretty good. And let's resolve some breaches. And we get 6, so that makes this go. And we have to put 1 at each of these locations. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put a doom there. This could make Rivertown pop, unfortunately. Okay, 2 more. 1, which is where Preston's at. And 9, which means reroll. And 4, which is Uptown. Oh, this is getting pretty scary. Okay. Alright, now we'll resolve some cards. Preston will get Terror Unleashed. Your number wins 1 breach on your location. You must take extra damage or hard divided as you wish. Okay. So, he will take 1 horror for... I think I read this wrong last time, and I wouldn't have canceled it had I read it properly. So he gets 2 horror. Terror Unleashed. But no breach. Oh, we just had this. Okay. So Diana, let's take a damage. That's easy. So I think Preston is going to move in and do the Rivertown thing, right? Alright. So he's got 5 there on Family Inheritance. Preston will go first. He'll move to Rivertown. Let's see what's there. Test 2 intellect. For each point you succeed by, move 1 breach from Rivertown to the current act. Okay. So this is a good time to play Lola. So we will spend 3 resources to play Lola, who will get our intellect up to 2 intellect. And then we will test. We're at 2v2. We want to beat this by a lot, but we want to be up by... Okay, so if we tap well connected, that puts us up by 3. And we can't commit Rise to the Occasion. So this is a risk of us doing nothing. It's unfortunate. But we're doing what we can. Okay, so we're up by 3. The risk of it doing nothing is if we get a skull, because the skulls will be worth -3. Okay, -2 for each point you fail by. We did not fail, so we move 1 breach. So that's, so that's at least provides us some safety. Okay, now there is a question of whether Diana can beat this test to get the Primordial Gateway gone. I think she can. It's going to take a lot more than what she wants to do. She could test Racked just to get 1 test out of the way, move in, and then try to test the Primordial Gateway. She would be at up by 2, and she could spend a resource. Okay, so the first thing she's going to try to do is test Racked. She's down by 1. It's just, or she might as well just try to investigate, actually. Just because there is a clue there. And she'd be 2v2 versus the Racked. she'd be going at, yeah. Okay, 2b2, she'll do the investigate. Elder sign. I should have tested the racked. She gets a clue. I can't take out one of the cancels because if I do, then I won't have enough to beat this primordial gateway. She's going to move into French Hill. Although, is it really critical that I beat it now? Maybe not so much. Well, I've already this course of action. Choose and discard a card from your hand, and willpower icons will let you do extras. You know, I'm regretting my decisions here. Get one more card left. I mean, I guess I'll just test it. So we're going to tap Well Prepared and spend one resource to go up by 2. That puts us at 3, 4, 5, 6, up by 2. -4, no good. Alright. Upkeep. Preston gets a Plucky. Resource. Diana will get. I've had worse. Oh, hey. Nice. And a resource. Nice to see that card. Now, she could just take something. Okay. Wait, we don't put Doom on this? Ha ha ha. Okay. We are going to do the breaches. So we get a 5 right here. 5 doesn't count because you can't do it again. 1. And 0. 8. Draw some cards. Century of Secrets. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Alright. Preston will commit Rise to the Occasion to this, which gets him at 4v5. And we can spin on Dig Deep. 6, 7. So 2. Wait, 4. Yeah, we'll spend 1. We don't want to. We want to break that. No, we're 1 up. Or 4, 5, 6. 1 up on this Century of Secrets test. I want to save the Well Connected for being able to test this intellect test on River Town. Tentacle. So, well, that stinks. 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we did get a curse, so we do put a damage on ourselves and on Lola. Not too happy about that. And then Diana, Priestess of the Coven. What? Something she's going to have to deal with. She gets +1 and +1 fight and +1 evade for each witch. I think there's at least 1 in here. 1, 2. There's 2 witches in there. So she's at 4 fight. That's probably not a problem. Okay. I'm going to have Diana go first. She is going to move to south side, taking a hit. Cheap. But I need to get her willpower up. She's going to play a dodge. Then she'll draw a card and a resource. She'll get counter spell and a resource. And then she will shoot with a 45 automatic. Racked, hurting her by 1. So she'll tap physical training on this. So she's at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. We're tapping well prepared. And then 7 because of racked. So she's at 7v4. Up by 3. It's good enough. -2. And then we will put a damage on Beat Cop. She's dealt with. So that's good. So now her willpower. I should have played I've had worse on that actually instead of the dodge, but whatever. So she moved, she attacked. Can we throw away a prepare for the worst? I think we can. Toss prepare for the worst to put one of these on here. And then she will move up to take care of that later. Because I don't think if she's going at rack, she would be going at 4v3, which is still not great. So, alright, cool. Alright, Preston. He's got his 5 resources. He can get rid of those 2. But he can't do that and go to Uptown. So he'll take first action to do this. Second action, he will test Rivertown, tapping Well Connected, which gets him at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B2. -2, so we clear both of those. Oh, hey, I should have put these 3 of these to create another clue. Alright, so we're going to create another clue, which goes and 9's reroll. 4. Uptown, which is where we want to go anyway. Okay. Preston draws a tower. We're going to put it here to remind ourselves that we can't play cards. And he gets a resource. Or can't commit cards. And Diana gets Terrible Secret, which will cause her 3 horror. She'll play Deny Existence. Level 5 on that. Which will heal all of her horror. And she'll get a card. She'll play Rosary. And a resource. And she gets another resource for her normal upkeep. So, pretty good. Happy with that. Let's do the incursions. We're looking to not get a 4. That is a 4, right? Yeah, that's a 4. Alright. So we get 1. This could easily chain reaction to something bad. Alright, 2 more. 3. That's where Preston is. And then for Diana, he can't do 4 again. 7. Okay. I may have to live with that incursion over there. Alright, and then Diana will draw, or Preston will draw Wings of Darkness. I'm okay with failing this. I'll take a damage and horror. Because I guess, well, it actually doesn't get me close. Well, it gets me closer to Hangman's Hill, right? it's probably better to go to Silver Twilight Lodge. So do we try to pass this? I think we do try to pass this. What are our odds? If we tap well connected, we bet 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. We'll try to pass it. Avoid the damage and horror. Okay, Tentacle fails, so he takes the damage and horror and moves to the south side. Alright, we'll put the horror on Lola, and he'll take a damage. Then Diana. Diabolic Voices. 3 willpower for each point you fill by discard a random card from your hand. That is no good. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll go 6, 7. Tapping well prepared. I'm only at 73, up by 4. That is -2. We pass. Actually, we were only up by 3 because of Racked, but that's not a thing anymore. Okay, so I think the first thing, before we discard all of our deck, we want to get we want to play Prepare for the Worst to try to get the Silver Twilight Blade, because we really need that. So Diana's first thing is to spend 1 resource to look through the top 9 cards of her deck for the Silver Twilight Blade. 7, 8, 9. She did not find it. And we already got rid of the other one, so we may just have to live without the Silver Twilight Blade. No good. We know we're going to get the Cultist, but it is worth it, I think. Discard these cards. We're just going to end up looping our deck. It's fine. Okay, so we will go ahead and discard the top 15 cards of our deck, which may be the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We did not find the Cultist. So he's going to be in, or the Twilight Blade, actually. By Cultist, I mean the Silver Twilight Acolyte. So, got rid of a lot of good cards. But put 3 on there, and then we'll create another clue, which is 7. Which I think Preston wants to go there anyway. Alright, so that was her second action. So her third action will be to clear Racked, right? She's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3. Clear Racked. Okay, that's the amount of human breaches, which is 0. So Racked is gone. Alright, Preston gets 5 resources on Family Inheritance. So action 1, he will take it off. And then action 2 and action 3, reveal the Silver Twilight Lodge. Which is take 1 horror, move 1 breach from Silver Twilight. Okay, so he's going to take a horror. This would be a lot better if he had Peter out. But he'll live with it, I think. Sort of, maybe he'll live with it. And we get to create another clue. And there are 2 clues here, actually. And a victory point. He still has not had a chance to put something else on his bow. Alright. So we're creating a clue. Where is it at? That is at 6. We have 2 clues there. Alright. Upkeep. Preston will draw Peter. Okay. And he gets a resource. We're definitely going to be playing Peter, because then he can clear off that Silver Twilight Lodge. Okay. And Diana. Get Silver Twilight Acolyte. There it is. I knew it was coming. Alright. And she gets a resource. So now we'll do breaches. We get 5. Okay. And that is a 9. 2. That is a 5, which we already did. And a 4. Alright. So. Hangman's Hill is still a problem, but I don't think I can do anything about it. Alright. So, first action, Preston gets his 5 resources. He'll spend 3 to put Peter into play. He'll take 2 horror on Peter to clear these 2 out the Silver Twilight Lodge. 2 horror on Peter. My question is, do we start getting these clues? Maybe we do. We could get 3 clues off here. The other thing is, we can do the Primordial Gateway, but Shroud 4 is hard. But with Well Connected, he would be at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B4 is good. So yeah, he'll investigate with Well Connected. Be up by 3. That is the amount of Doom and Breaches and Invocation, which is 3. So he gets... No, it's 0. So he does get a clue. He will spend 4 on Lola to get another clue. He has 1 action left, which he will use to put something on the bow. Alright, I think Diana is going to punch the Silver Twilight Acolyte for damage. Going at 3, she'll tap Well Prepared. 4, 5, 6 V2. +1. That's a damage. She'll use the automatic, going at 6 V2. Elder Sign. Yes, we will pull back Non-Existence, I think. Or do we... Yeah. This is good. And this thing is dead. Do we move to Uptown so we can move into Hangman's Hill next turn? I think we do. If it doesn't pop this turn, we can prevent it next turn. So, she will move into Uptown. Alrighty then. It's time for Preston. Upkeep. He will draw an intel report. Grab a resource. Diana will get another Well Prepared. And a resource. And it's time for us to do breaches. Please no 3. Oh, I forgot about south side. Oh my gosh. Should she have moved to south side? It's too late now. Oh man. Okay, 7. Breach. Preston's at. No 5. No 5. 7. 4. Okay. Where right behind is that? 3. Okay, so this one does pop. Oh man, these things are getting... We're at 3 doom now. It's pretty rough. Oh, we didn't even look to see what Uptown was. This is choosing to discard a card from your hand. Move 1 breach from Uptown to current act +1 breach agility icon. Okay. So does she have cards she can discard for this? I don't know, but she's gonna find one. I think she's got Delay the Inevitable, which she can do. All right. So Preston will get Demonic Piping, which surges into Chaos Manifest. Place 1 different locations. Alright, so he can tap Well Connected to be at, he's at 2 because of Peter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to be at 3. He would have healed one as well. Elder Sign, so we pass. No big deal. And then Diana. On Wings of Darkness. Just 4 agility. Can't cancel this. She's going to take a damage in horror. No big deal. 4 agility. She's at 3d4. +1. Ha ha ha. So much for that. Take that, Encounter deck. Alright. So she can clear Uptown. I don't know about clearing Uptown. She can get rid of 2 and then move to south side. What would she toss away at south side? Not much. But somebody's got to throw something away at south side. So many good cards. Okay. First action for Diana is to toss away a Delay the Inevitable, which will put 2 up here. And then, if only she had a good way of investigating, start getting these clues. Okay, so we have a clue down here. Torch. Okay, that was 1 action. 2 actions, she'll move to the south side. 3rd action, she'll draw a card, which is this Twilight Blade, which is the one thing we're not going to give up to get rid of this breach. But, let's see. Holy Rosary, maybe? Or Counterspell? I kind of feel like the Counterspell is going to be redundant with I've Had Worse, so we'll drop the Counterspell to at least get one of these. Let's see. Oh, we already got rid of 3 of those, right? So, 2. Alright. Preston starts with 5 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've already used Well Connected. So, I'll put a horror on Peter. Generate another clue. We really need to start getting clues. Goes at. Have to roll that again. Roll it again. Roll it again. 7. Hey, nice. 2 clues there. That is prime target for an intel report, which I think we'll do. So I'll spend 4 resources to play intel report. To get both of these clues. We're going to move to French Hill for our first action. No, second action. Can we beat this? Not this turn, but we could beat it next turn. So what do we do this turn? Well, we spend 1, 2. That's 3 on Lola to grab a clue from this. We just need 1 more clue. We don't want to draw a card and get... Maybe we go to Rivertown so we can just clear that. I think we do. Alright, so we'll move up to Rivertown. Cool. Draw cards and resources. Mob Enforcer, that's what I was worried about getting. Alright, and then it's a resource. Diana. We got Dark Prophecy. No resource. And let's do the breaches. We got a 3. So we're going to put 1 more. Hangman's Hill. 8. South Church. And 9 is a reroll. 6. It's French Hill. Alright, encounters. Spawn the location with the fewest breaches. So either Solar Twilight Lodge or the Merchant District. I think we'll put it up here. Diana can go in and fight him. And Preston, and then she gets Chaos Manifest. Just 3 willpower plays 1 breach. External locations or X the amount by which you failed. And she's going at... We don't use Well Prepared yet. Okay, we could use Well Prepared on this to go at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Be 3. And we'll go ahead and spend a resource to play Dark Prophecy. Reroll 5 tokens. Cancel 1. Or 5 tokens, cancel 4. Except for a picture token. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we will resolve this one, which is -2. So we do pass, but first things first, we put this under. She gets to draw a card, which is another shriveling, and a resource. See, we should have pushed the breach on the Wizard of Chaos when he entered this location. So we have this I've had worse, so going in and engaging him is not a big deal. As a matter of fact, we can pay 3 to put down the Twilight Blade. And play another 3 to put down Shriveling, and then we move in. And then we can mess with him next turn. Cool. Is there a card I want to get rid of to remove a breach? Maybe my other Well Prepared. I just don't think it's reasonable that I'm going to have... Okay, so she'll get rid of Well Prepared to put... What is this? To put this breach here. She will spend 3 for Shriveling and 3 for Twilight Blade. And then she'll move in. he will come on. The Shriveling should have 4 charges. That's our turn. Preston has got his 5 resources. He will spend 4 of them to pay off the Mob Enforcer. Leave me in 1. And then we'll probably test the 2 and then move into French Hill where we can get a clue. Or do we just want to move to Uptown and then just make a big play for one for the boss? Well, the first things first. Oh, we already used Well Connected? Yeah, we did with the Chaos Manifest. Okay, so how are we going to beat this test? We're at 2v2. We spend 1 on Plucky to put it out. Got Plucky, Well Connected, and dig deep for our stat boosters. And we will spend, we're at 2v2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go at 6v2, up by 4 on Plucky. We should have healed a horror from Peter Sylvester. Alright. Elder Sign, so we pass. So we get move these 2 breaches and we create another clue. Oh wait, how does Diana have 2 clues? Well, I missed that Diana has 2 clues, which means we should have advanced a while ago. So, what I will do to make this fair, I'll go ahead and advance. Go ahead and advance now, but I'll remove all their clues because you shouldn't have any clues after you advance. Yeah, sorry for my mistake there. Alright, so this spawns Annette Mason. She spawns at Hangman's Hill. And we have Beyond the Grave. It's the same thing, it's just we have to defeat her. So her mechanic is, I should have gone over it. I'll go ahead and go over it. Her mechanic is, she's got 12 health, but for every clue you have, she gets -2 health. And after 1 or more breaches are placed on her location, each investigator must each take 1 damage or 1 horror. So, yeah, it's not good stuff. Alright, so that is Preston. He wants to be able to move in and meet her and hit her with the bow next turn. We can go for the defeat. So, yeah. So he will move to South Side for his second action. Gosh, I wish we had a Leo. So we can draw pretty freely, right? Because we've got all of our weaknesses. So we'll go ahead and draw. I don't remember if we've... Let me look through his discard and see if I've got 2 Leos out already. Here we do, so there's no point in drawing for a Leo. But resources are good. So we'll take a resource. And then hopefully we can just try to make this thing happen. Okay, first thing that happens is the Witness of Chaos will hit Diana, who will I've Had Worse, which will get her 2 resources from that, plus it's a cancel. So she will draw a card, which is Ever Vigilant. Wish I'd had that before. And take a resource. So now she's up to a cool 6 willpower. Alright. And then Annette will move to up, down. Now we draw cards. Preston gets another Plucky. Diana cycles her deck, so she takes a horror. And she gets a card and a resource. So she gets Delay the Inevitable. That's pretty nice. And a resource. Cool. Alright, let's see where the breaches are. Hopefully we just can come close to killing a net next turn. Alright, we get 3, which is here. 4, which is on a net. So each investigator must take 1 damage or 1 horror. So Preston will take a horror. Diana will also take a horror. No, she'll take a damage. And that'll be, goes on in its location. Okay, and 0 doesn't matter. 5. Okay. Regarding encounters, Preston, Diabolic Voices, 3 willpower. For each point you fail by, discard a card. We're at 2v3. We can actually get rid of the Lodge Debts this way. So, card at random. Yeah, we don't, well, but those cards are so good. I think we do want to try to beat this. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and tell well connected. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B3. Alright, -1. So, pass Diabolic Voices. And then Diana, you must either resolve an incursion at your location. The topmost power is what? Probably something we can beat. It's the Chaos Manifest. Yeah, we'll resolve that. So, she's at 6v3. That seems good. That is -2, so she passes. Okay, so let's get down to business and see how much of this we can do. Diana will she's going to shoot the Wizard of Chaos. I think she shoots him with a Shriveling. Because, yeah, she's shooting with Shriveling. She's at 6, 7, 8 v4. That's good. Before she does this, yeah, no, that's fine. 8 v4 is good. -4. It's 2 damage. Okay. She's going to use another charge of Shriveling. 8v4. +1 into the victory display with him. Then she will move in. And that Mason will come on to her. Let me think what we want to do here. I think do we spend 2 resources for Delay the Inevitable? Or do we use Deny Existence, which would heal her damage but take a horror? We'll go ahead and spend 2 for Delay the Inevitable. Actually, do we have a Deny Existence underneath her? We don't. We just have I've had worse. Alright, so we'll do the delayed. Well, actually, we won't do this. We're going to. We'll do the. We'll play a card out from under her. I think we have a dodge. Yes. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we'll dodge her attack, which will let us then recur Delay the Inevitable on her on Preston, which will make things much better. Okay. Cool. So, that is our plan. Preston will discard a Plucky to put this here. Is there another card he can get rid of? I think I want these other cards. Okay. So he'll move in. Oh, he's got 5 resources on this. He will shoot her with the bow, which will cost what? Okay, so he's at 3 because of Peter and Lola. So 1, 2, 3. And that puts him up to 4, 5. So 5. And she is at 5. So we'll spend 4 resources because we don't want to miss, because we'll hit Diana if we miss. Up by 4. 0. That's 3 damage onto her. I'll spend 2 more for a sneak attack. Level 2. I'll do 2 more damage. So that's 5 damage onto her. 5 of total damage. Doing it. We're doing it. Alright. She will hit Diana, who will spend 1 resource and play dodge. Maybe she does I've had worse. I think she will. Instead, she won't spend a resource. She'll play I've had worse, which will cancel 2 of the damage, so she'll take 1 damage and 1 horror. And then, yeah, she gets 2 resources from that. So that feels good. Okay, cool. And now we have a space that we can recur, delay the inevitable. Alright, so that is that. Now we do cards and resources. Preston will get Trial by Fire. Pretty nice. And a resource. Diana. Dark Prophecy. A resource. Alright, resolving some breaches. Oh, and these are no longer. Alright. That's a 9. Reroll. 0s. Reroll. 3. Okay. That one's getting kind of dangerous. Oh, I meant to spend 3 resources from Preston to pick up. Well, let's do it later. It's not a big deal. Well, no, we want to, because I've done it this last turn to get this clue. Which reduces her health by 2. Okay. Next inversion, or breach, is a 6. Which will be hard to get off. But I think she dies this turn. 6 can't be in. 7. Alright. Where was the other one? Let's see. We did Hangman's Hill and French Hill. There should be 1 more. Oh, and we did Silver Twilight Lodge. Okay, 7. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we will get Evil Past. Okay, it doesn't bother him too much. And Demonic Piping, which surges into. Bedeviled. You cannot trigger abilities on cards you control. That's a big no-no. So we will spend 2 resources and trigger the Twilight Blade to play Dark Insight, which will shuffle that back in. Means it's coming out again, but I think we kill her this turn. Alright, so if she attacks her, we're at 5 damage, and we've got to get up to 10 damage, so not too hard. Alright, so she can probably do this. She's shriveling. That puts her up to 4, 5, 6, and then 12, 7, 8. 8b5. She'll commit Holy Rosary to. Oh wait, no 8. She's at 8b5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8 from the shriveling. So she'll use Dark Prophecy. 1 resource. Reveal 5 tokens. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we'll take the skull. So she will draw a card and get a resource for the cancel. She gets a Silver Twilight Acolyte. Oh, yuck. Alright. And she takes a horror from drawing a skull. But, oh, and she does get a resource from drawing that card. This goes under her, pumping her willpower back up to... Actually, we'll go ahead and just use Deny Existence on that horror. So she'll heal horror instead. Okay, which is fine. Alright, now, she's going to take another shot. Oh, and that's 2 more damage onto Annette. And then she will take another shot with Shriveling. Now she's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7b5. And she will commit Shriveling and Holy Rosary to be at 9b5. Okay, that's -2. We do take a horror, because it's a picture token, but that puts 2 damage on her. She's at 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and we will put damage on Beat Cop, discarding him. And that will take out Annette. Puts 10 damage on her, plus we have 1 clue. She gets -2 health. So she is defeated. Excellent. And we will resolve. We get a bunch of flavor text, and we get R1. Excellent. Alright, so I will go read that, but for now, let's look at our victory points. All we've got here, is she a victory point? She is. Victory 2. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 victory points. So I'm happy with that. 4 victory points is certainly decent. And I'm feeling good about this one. That was a lot of fun to play. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit of a pandemic in our Arkham horror. So hope to see you next time on Winging It.